Sunsuper works really hard to engage with our members on all the opportunities available to them to boost their super and to actually improve their retirement. I think co-contribution included, we actually do a lot of work to try and communicate that to members. But I'd suggest that as a broader consumer group, Australians probably don't know really a lot about co-contributions or don't really understand how it works or the benefits of it. I think even if I use just as a personal example that my wife recently moved to work part-time as a mother looking after our growing son, and it really became important that with her employee contributions going down that we actually did something about it. So in basic principle, for every $1,000 that you put in, if you meet certain criteria, the government will add 50% of what you put in up to a total of $500. So it is very valuable, particularly to those who might just be starting out in their careers or people like my wife. And you think as well that over time it has compound interest working, which in the case of someone young, if a parent wanted to help a new child who's working, just started working, that you add compound interest for 30, 40, 50 years. That small amount could be worth an absolute fortune at the point of retirement. I think there's an enormous range of advantages of being a super fund member, but I think for me, probably the most obvious, but perhaps the most unknown, is actually the advantage of scale, particularly with being with a larger super fund like Sunsuper. Scale provides a reduction in costs, both in administration and also investments, but I think it also offers access to investments in a whole different way than you could access as an individual. A large superannuation fund provides access to traditional investments like shares, but can do so at a lower cost and actually providing a lot more diversification. But we also can provide individuals with access to new investments or alternative investments that they otherwise couldn't themselves get access to. So again, it adds to that diversification and helping with their retirement savings. Scale also, I think, brings expertise, and not just in an investment sense, but I think it also comes through access to financial advice, access to call centres, access to education, which I think is so important in actually engaging Australians with their superannuation and their retirement. And I think to probably tie things off, that scale again gives access to important insurance or financial protection, generally at a group rate, or which basically means for many it would actually be lower than they themselves could receive as an individual.